for some other day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Darling, when you go away, it won't be as simple for you.
Yo, guys, it is Old Man G here, back again with my weekly Q&A. Thank you guys so much for getting involved. So this is my favorite part of the week, where I just answer just generic questions from the chat, from the panel, and we just sort of discuss basically the latest news around Manchester United, but also just football in general. So, and life in general, I guess, because it's just a weekly Q&A. It can be about football, but it can also be about anything related. So before we get into it, you need to channel to like, share, and subscribe. Apologies that this is late. I usually try 9, but I didn't realize that I also had to go to work this evening. So if you're new to the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter, United X. Smash that notification button for latest Manchester United news and more. So my thing says there's issues which don't know what that's going on. Saying it's issue stream with Twitch apparently. So shout out to him in the chat. Shout out to Christian as well, man. Thank you for joining. Hello, hola, buddy. Ready for tomorrow's seal draws? Yes, I am. In fact, one of the things I'm going to talk about is congratulations to obviously Rangers. I did feel really bad for Rangers when they lost to Frankfurt because they had such a good Europa League run. But the fact that they are now going to be in the Champions League really shows the strength of this Rangers side, which in fairness to Stevie G, he built the foundation for. So I actually can't remember the last time there was a Champions League with 2 Scottish teams and 4 English teams. So if we're talking about UK, Britain, technically they've got 6 teams in there: Celtic, Rangers, and obviously the English teams. I suspect, I think, will Celtic be in pot 1? I'm not entirely sure. I've got to double check that, but we'll see. Roy is doing a live stream for it. Maybe you can join him. Yeah. I usually on Thursdays I have the United Forum. Is it? I can't remember what day is it. It's tomorrow, is it? The Champions League live is tomorrow. Let me just double. What time is it? Champions League draw. Yes, tomorrow. It's definitely tomorrow. What time tomorrow? Because I'll be working for most of yesterday. So if it's after 5 p.m. BST, I'll be on. But if not, it might be a bit tricky. Christian, man, you lost egg by. Yeah, I was, yeah, to Olympic Marseille, man. I'm, for me, I personally like Bay. I know there are a lot of people that said he's injury prone, etc. So, and I do think that I'm not going to say that those people are going to be proven wrong, but I just think that, I think that he definitely should have at least been in consideration for as part of the squad, at least in my personal opinion. The fact that he's now seen as service requirements, I think is it's not ideal in my personal opinion, because basically we now have 5 centre backs. We have Lisandro Martinez, we have Varane, Maguire, Lindelof, and Jones. And at the end of the day, Varane most likely not is going to get injured at some point. So who's your third choice centre back? Maguire, Lindelof, Jones. That's not exactly, I loved how we played before. We bored against Liverpool. We'll talk a bit about that as well. But at the end of the day, you need strength and depth. And Liverpool, for example, they have depth in their squad, and in their centre back. So yes, okay, Varane, who's not great, has isn't they can bring in Matip, they can bring in Gomez. They have that. United just don't. And in my personal opinion, it's a problem. So we'll see. Maguire needs to go. I mean, I was hoping, really, really hoping that the Chelsea rumors were true. They might still be, but I suspect that Maguire will do one of those kind of like, I'm going to fight for my place type of things. So um, we will see. We will see. But, Chelsea looking for somebody. So who knows? Don't trust Laura Will. He only provides bad news. Where does that come from? Where does that come from? What is Laurie saying? What is Laurie saying, Christian? Let me know. Congratulations, Rangers squad from Champions League football. Yeah, Van Bronckhorst, a very, very good coach. A very, 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 very good coach. I think a lot of people thought that as soon as Gerrard left, that Gerrard would be just that thingy would completely finish. That Rangers would go down. But like I said, to be honest, Rangers in recent years have done more for Scottish football in Europe than Celtic have. Celtic have just been domestic merchants, but have been awful in Europe, awful in the Europa League, despite the money they spent, awful. Barely qualify. I can't understand Celtic like the only reason Celtic qualified for the Champions League this season is because obviously of the Russia situation. Otherwise, they wouldn't even be. It just wouldn't be a thing. They just wouldn't be in the conversation. So shout out to Rangers, because if it wasn't for the fact that Rangers were so successful in Europe in terms of how they were progressing, that led to their coefficient going up, and obviously they were just behind Russia until they got it, because Russia was obviously been banned from competition, allowing Rangers, who were in second place, to go for the playoff stages. And of course, they did so, and they beat PSV. So, yeah, it will definitely be interesting to see where, like I said, Rangers and Celtic, for example, end up. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them ends up in, for example, an English team, because English teams can play against each other. So that'd be a bit interesting. And my only downside is I just wish Manchester United were part of it. But as we'll talk about later, maybe the win against Liverpool will give some United fans some renewed hope. I don't know. We'll see. But it will just definitely. The win against Liverpool was definitely significant, because I think it gave some United fans hope to cling on to this season. Whether that proves to be a false hope or not, I think we'll see. We'll talk about Antony as well. Do you guys like Luke Shaw? No. Luke Shaw. After what Malacia did, again, Malacia in that Liverpool game basically pocketed Salah. He basically he manhandled and pocketed Salah. So by doing that, it's almost like, well, what's the, what I mean? What's the point? But just like there's no like he needs to do, like Luke Shaw needs to have to work his way back into this team. It's as simple as that. I don't know what people think, but for me, like he has to work his way. Like his spot's gone. Like, I remember when Luke Shaw did that when he was playing against Liverpool, but he's just, I don't know if it's his diet, his fitness, I don't know what it is, but at the end of the day, it's about time that like there are a lot of Manchester United players that have been here for almost 7 years now, and we're still waiting for them to perform. I'm talking about Van Gaal players. I'm like your Rashfords, your Martials, your Shaws. These guys have been here since Van Gaal. So it's almost 7 years now. So this idea, it's this season, is this season. Martial, same. I mean, I was happy with that. What Martial did in that Liverpool game was great, but he gets injured, and I need to see that consistency, which I've not been seeing. Same thing with Rashford. Vignesh says check Ornstein tweet. Okay. Let's search. We'll go back to because I'm looking at Fabrizio Romano Street, but let's have a look. Ornstein. What's Ornstein saying? Let's have a look, as everyone can see. Okay, so he's in last he's talking about Manchester off to sign Newcastle United goalkeeper De Grafka proposals and so is take on loan as comes with De Gea, no agreement. So this is good. If it's the first thing, this is very good. This is very good because Henderson obviously we put on loan because he wanted first team football. Okay, fine. If the Brad, I mean, to be honest, I would have brought back what's his name, Romero, as well, if he wanted to come back to Manchester United. But David De Gea needs competition. I don't believe all this nonsense of David De Gea has to be, and this is the key thing here, really. Like at Manchester United, like there should be competition for places. And when people talk about the complacency of the players, a lot of the reason why there's complacency is because there's not competition for places. You know, there's not competition for places at all. So if I'm guaranteed to start all the time, then yeah, of course I'm going to get complacent. David De Gea has been and he's been a good servant, and I think he's a solid shot stopper. But everyone needs competition. You know, that's how the squad improves. Malacia comes in, competition. He has a great performance against Liverpool. Boom. Luke Shaw played 2 games. He was part of the preseason. He was there. Awful in both of them. Malacia comes on shows, so he becomes a starter. And it's up to Luke Shaw to now fight his way back into that team, whether it's an injury or a performance elsewhere. Same thing with Maguire. You've got to fight your way back into the team. That's the injury competition. That should be the case of defense. Every single position Manchester United should have, and maybe when with the Casemiro signing, I haven't done a welcome to United Casemiro. I need to do that at one point. Actually, I'm probably going to do a live actually about that. But at some point you need competition in at least a good number 2 in every single position. So when I look at Manchester United, I'm like, right, okay, so who's the number 2? You've got De Gea and Tom Heaton. Right. Okay. You have Varane and Martinez. Who's your backups for number 2 competing? Lindelof and Maguire. Okay. Left back. Okay. Now it's Malacia, now Shaw. Right back. Dallo, Wan-Bissaka. And you kind of see, you know, even the midfield, like there is not the competition. Up top is the worst because you're just relying on youth, you know. So it is what it is. So if it's that, obviously there's a Debraco situation, but he did mention something about this is 55 minutes about Common reaching an agreement with Ajax to sign Antony, 20-year Brazil, which are now main recruitment focus for pursuit of PSV Eindhoven attacker Cody Gakpo to called somewhat. Really? Okay. I mean, I would have thought potentially, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I would have thought that I don't know. I guess I would have thought that going for now that PSV aren't the Champions League thanks to Rangers, that a cheeky 15 million deal. I think wasn't it 50 million? Was it rumored? I think 15 million, 20 million for Gakpo for squad depth would be a decent shout. I guess, you know, there is the risk of, are you filling a lot of this team with like Dutch, you know, players? You know, we have the Eredivisie players. So Martinez obviously comes in, Malacia comes in, Antony comes in, and then of course Gakpo comes in. Maybe that's a risk. Who knows? I don't know. Where, and in fact, if anyone did watch the Rangers game, how did Gakpo actually play? CL on Thursday, 29 will be streamed live from 6 CET. So that Central European is that might be what's Central time now? So that's an hour ahead. 6 p.m. So that's an hour ahead of me. So yeah, so that'll be 5 p.m. Yeah. So well, as far as I'm aware, usually what tends to happen is that they don't name for the draw. They just spend like an hour talking about stuff, or certainly 45 minutes talking about stuff. So maybe I may be able to sort of. By the way, this is a Q&A, guys. So get your questions in, guys. Get your questions in if you have any. So this is a Q&A. This is a Q&A. So please get your questions in for the Q&A. It'd be greatly appreciated. Any news of the Rashford union? No. It's interesting. Obviously, the whole PSG thing, and he's going to be linked, and blah 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 blah. It's definitely very very interesting how it's going to work. I do think that the whole PSG talk was just about him trying to get another deal, in my personal opinion. But we shall see. We shall see. What happened to? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't so, Christian. Yo, shout out to EFAC man in the chat. We need a better backup keeper. I mean, the problem though, EFAC, is that there are not that many good keepers. People say want a better backup keeper, but you have to understand most goalkeepers want first team football. At the end of the day, they want first team football. So there aren't many that'll agree to sort of be a backup. I don't think a lot of them will, personally. So but you'll see. We'll see. Let's have a look. Martin ain't a competitor here. Should have gone for Summer Trap. Well, there was something about it. According to from my understanding, according to I think Fabrizio, it seemed, at least my understanding, it seemed that it was complicated. That's what it seemed like. It seemed. Yeah. So yeah, that's from my understanding. It seemed like that was the case. So I'm getting distracted by constant emails from work. Raya from Brentford would have been perfect. That's fair. That's fair. Solo, if Malacia can make that spot his, then I want to tell Shaw and Tellers. And then maybe trust Alvo Fernandez depending on. But yeah, that's true. That's true. I think the thing about Tellers and Shaw is that you could still get reasonable money for both. Shaw and Tellers and Shaw combined, you could probably get maybe a combined fee of maybe 40 million, possibly. I definitely think we could do something with that if we could go for it. The transfer market is broken. It is. The prices of players are ridiculous. I'm just trying to imagine what the market will look like in 3 years. I mean, you say that, but I would argue that what you're seeing is that a lot of teams are playing are going for now kind of mid-range players. So by that I mean, players and teams are not willing to spend like 120 million to sign Mbappe or Pogba as much or compete for that, really. They're going for these kind of like relatively unknown things. But at the same time, the Premier League has a lot of money, so it can ball out. It can ball out. That's just the way that I see it. For some reason, I can't stream to Twitch now. I don't really understand why I'm not able to stream to Twitch. Yeah, I don't get it. It's a weird. We're having maybe Twitch is down or something like that. So yeah. So unfortunately, for those who are watching us on Twitch, usually I apologize. I know a few people do, so I'm sorry about that. Gakpo was 6 of 10, to be honest, in the game. The OBS team needs to be inducted. Yeah. I don't think PSV are that good. That's why the Gakpo sign, I was kind of like, I don't know. Although, I mean, Malacia came from PSV, and obviously he looks good. So I don't want to go overboard because I think Malacia can. If Malacia is coached well by Ten Hag, I think he could potentially be a very, very good left back for future Manchester United. Very, very good, because I can't remember last time we've had a left back since ever that was relatively that was solid defensively and good going forward. We just haven't had that consistently, I might add. Shaw has done it at parts, but he's just not been consistent and he's always been injured. So we'll see. Big up everyone on the show. Thank you very much, Matt. I need to get you back on as well, by the way. So let me know when you're free next, Matt. I'd be good. Maybe get you on the United form or a match preview. It'd be good to have you back on and chat. Hopefully, when we do the Sunday show, that'd be good. RDS off chance Maguire's. Who's his replacement? I don't think we replace him. I think that we already have 5 centre backs. So all I think that just happens is that Lindelof becomes third choice, and Phil Jones becomes fourth. That's it. I don't know. I think Twansebe might still be at the club, if I recall. I don't know if he's gone out on loan again. So we put in a bid for Dubravka. Yeah, Dubravka. Well, I mean, this is the key. How many good goalkeepers are there? Want to be backups? That's the question you always have to ask. Not many, unfortunately. Also, who should be a transfer list should be on transfer next season? Not mandatory sell, but willing to sell at the right price. It's a good question. keep these questions coming as well, guys, because I'm answering them. Who would be on Manchester United's transfer list? I mean, some of them are already on them now, but I would say I'm going to be brutal here. I would say Wan-Bissaka. Um, I would say Shaw and Tellez. Depending on how maybe Tellez does, that might change. But I think you probably have to put those. If Malassi has a great season, then I don't. It's going to be difficult for Tellez to come back into this squad. So Tellez, Shaw, and Wan-Bissaka out. Dallo, I'm still undecided by. I still don't think he's good enough. I still think we need to sign off a right back. Ideally Maguire, but I don't think he's going anywhere soon. Jones, so I'd say Jones. That's 4 players. Maybe they're already on the transfer list already. I don't know. Midfield wise, probably McTominay. Sorry for McTominay players, but probably McTominay. Yes. I don't know why we're potentially selling Garner over McTominay. I think that's just a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. And I'm really annoyed that McTominay stays, but Garner doesn't. I think I'm just annoyed by that. I just don't like that. And then forward wise, potentially if he flops this season, Rashford, like potentially Rashford and Martial, because I know they bored against Liverpool just now, but again, injuries, inconsistency has been prompt, and they've been here for almost 7 years. So then they're mid-20s, they need to improve. And if they, I'm not saying that they have to, be the top scorer or something like that, but I need to see improvements because against Liverpool, that was probably, and he was all right. But Rashford needs to improve, and Martial needs to stay fit. And if those 2 things don't happen, I'd put especially if Antony and Gakpo come, but definitely Antony, I would definitely put them on the bench personally. That's my personal opinion. Why the Liveprool and Heaton is still there? Do you need? Yeah, I think you need 3 keepers. You definitely need 3 keepers because, like, what happens if De Gea is injured? Then there has to be 3 keepers because if the main goalkeeper gets injured, then you've got your backup, and then you need obviously another keeper on the bench. Like obviously it'd be ridiculous if that will happen, but you need at least 3, because there is the possible situation that your main goalkeeper gets injured, and then the other goalkeeper comes, and then maybe during a match day for whatever reason he gets like a red card or something, and then you're like, who comes on the bench? You can't then use a defense. You know what I mean? Like it's so that there's a reason for that. There's a reason for it. Make sure you guys like the vid if you're new, if you're new. Apologies if let me know if the sounds, because I'm not using my regular microphone. So just let me know, guys. And also keep on bringing your questions as well. I think Ten Hag is gonna gradually introduce Zidane Bell to play alongside the 6 in the season. That's why there's no panic on FDG or some other. That's fair. That's fair. It would be interesting to see Zidane. And the best time, obviously, is the Europa League. The Europa League draw, obviously, is going to be on Friday. I don't know. Should I do it? What should? Let me know, guys, in the chat. Should I do a? Because I'm not gonna. I'll be at work during the Champions League draw, so I might have to come on, but I won't be for the Europa League draw. So should I do a Europa League draw watch along? Should I do a Europa League draw watch along? Let me know in the chat. Should I do Europa League draw watch along? Luca, big up, shout out to Luca, buddy. Malacia from Fine. Sorry, yeah, Vignesh, my bad. You're right. He's from Final, not PSV. Even more so, even more so that even more so in Duck PSV. In Duck PSV. Sanchez saying says, "What's going on, RDS? Hope I am. Thank you very much, buddy." Luke Shaw's like, yeah. If well, let's just wait and see because Malacia is still kind of young, so I still expect him to have like off games. But if he is that consistent, and to be honest, when he came on in both of the games against Brentford, and I think he came on against Brighton as well, he was one of our better players, So, Solo, so which young striker do you think we should go for right now in early stages to replace CR7? Oh, I mean, obviously Martial is there to play number 9. I don't think Rashford's number 9 and shouldn't play there. Martial's there. If Ronaldo goes, which I have a feeling he will, and we'll be reacting to his interview later when it comes out. Oh, I don't know. I don't know which. I don't know available. Like who? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if anyone is generally available. I mean, Newcastle signed Isak. So who actually I think would have been a good signing for Manchester United. I generally don't know who Manchester United can go for. That's reasonable if we're going to spend, because the way I kind of see it is that the way I sort of see it is that like we don't seem to be gun ho on a striker, and if we're going to spend 85 million on a winger and Antony, then Ten Hag. Then the only thing I can see is that Ten Hag is saying it generally believes that Ronaldo's going to stay at the club, or he's going to risk the rest of the season relying on alternating between Rashford and Martial as number 9. That's the only thing I can think of. Shout out to the super chat from King Stash. Thank you so much, buddy. I always appreciate your support with the channel. I really, really appreciate it. And if you do want to support the channel, helping us to buy more things, we've just passed 3,200 subscribers actually. So my ideally I'd get to 4K. My goal is to get to 4K subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm hoping that we'll get a big push from the World Cup. I'll be trying to do a lot of World Cup watch-alongs, etc. So yeah, let's on the road to 4K subscribers. It'll be really, really good. Maybe even 5K. Who knows? I'm so happy we beat Liverpool. Was tired of taking nails. Yes, I agree, King Stash. I didn't think they would, and for anyone who tuned into my preview, I genuinely didn't think they would. I genuinely did not think that they would. I didn't think they would. But that Brexit midfield of Elliott, Milner, and Henderson was just amazing. It was just amazing. It's funny, like we're getting to a situation where Chelsea and Liverpool's midfields resemble Brexit, because Chelsea's midfield could easily, but what looks like it might be a situation of like Jorginho, Gallagher, and Mount, or Gordon, Mount, Gordon, Mount, and Gallagher. You know what I mean? And that's Chelsea's midfield. So when you now look at United and we're thinking, oh, I wish we'd have kept Pogba, but you now throw Casemiro in there, Fred, Pogba, and Eriksen, and suddenly thinking, man, maybe this midfield isn't so brickish after all. But we'll see. I'm excited to see Antony, but thanks again for Super Chat, King Stash. I'm excited to see Antony. I would be too. I still think that 80 million is too much for a Eredivisie winger, though. Vignesh, RDS, you think Roma will finish top 4? Yes, I think so. I think they made a lot of good signings, and really the only reason why Roma shouldn't make top 4, it will be because of Jose. It will be because of Jose. If Jose Mourinho, he's been backed at the end of the day. He's been backed, and if he doesn't make top 4, it'll be on him. That's just the way that's the way that I see it. It will be on Jose Mourinho if they don't get top 4 on nobody else aside from Jose. Yes, watch along. For the World Cup, yeah. Oh, Europa League watch along. Yes. I will see if I can set one up. I think the Europa League draw. Yeah, because most people won't be doing it. When is it? What time is the Europa League draw? I think the Europa League draw it's usually on Friday, or is it on the same? Was it on the same day? BBC is got a good shout. But yeah, I think the Europa League draw. Oh, it's not there. I can't see it. If anyone knows in the chat, let me know what time is the Europa League draw actually on. For those obviously who are not aware about the pots as well, by the way, I know some people are doing. I think Hafop is doing a preview actually, so which I would love to join. So, but it's getting quite late, and I'm probably gonna. This is probably going to be another short stream. I'm probably not going to go for more than an hour on this Q&A. So, and also depending on how many questions you go in. So, because I am tired, just back from work, I'm always tired. But for those who are aware, let's see. So pot one is Real Madrid, Eintracht Frankfurt, obviously because they won the Europa League, Man City, AC Milan, Bayern Munich, PSG, Porto, Ajax. Okay. Pot 2 is Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Leipzig, the Spurs. Spurs are in pot 2. Fine. No, those make sense. Pot 3, Dortmund. So Dortmund have moved to pot 3. Interesting. Salzburg, Shakhtar, Inter, Napoli, Benfica, Sporting, Bayern Munich. So the only team in pot 2 is Juve. It seems like the Italian team's in pot 2. And mostly all the Spanish teams in pot 2 as well, if not in pot 1 already. And then pot 4, Rangers, Marseille, Copenhagen, Club Brugge, Celtic, Victoria plays in Maccabi Haifa, and then Dinamo Zagreb. Fine. So the interesting groups here. I mean, this is not. I mean, maybe I should do a Champions League. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. So, but in fact, let me just quickly. Maybe I should just give my brief thoughts on this. I'll just share this screen, guys. Hope everyone can see that. Sorry about this. And just quickly, RDS, what countries have you visited so far? You kind of look like an indoors guy, not gonna lie. An indoors guy. Yeah, I mean, I do spend quite a bit of time indoors. But I would actually like to travel more actually. But a lot of it is just time. Like I just work quite a bit, so I don't have time. And traveling these days now, especially post pandemic, is quite expensive. But countries I've been to the States, specifically New York. This was ages ago though, but New York and Florida. I've been to France. I've been to most of. I did like a nice 20-day tour where I went to most of Europe. And then what else did I do? Yeah, so by doing that tour of Europe, I went to France, Italy, parts of Italy anyway, so which was Rome, Venice, etc. Went to Paris, went to Switzerland, also went to Prague, and these are just like a few days, not like weeks, but just a few days. Went to Berlin briefly, and then what was the Munich? Where else did I go? Austria as well. That was good. That was good for a bit. And this was all part of the European tour. And then outside, I've obviously been to Nigeria because I'm not Nigerian. And then yeah, I went to this year. I went to Vietnam. So that was cool. So yeah, Vietnam. So that was cool. Visiting my lady friend, my girl. So that was good. So yeah. So that's that. If that answers your question. RDS 100 million is way too much for Antony. Would have been actually months ago, but I accidentally sell now. I prefer to get a gap. But I agree. I think 80 million or 100 million is way too much. So I mean, I know Ten Hag wants him, but I mean, my goodness, if if Antony, it's like the Lukaku situation. Like 100 million comes with a significant price tag. You put 80 million, 70, 75 million above, people are gonna expect you to ball. To ball. They really are gonna expect you to ball. And I'm just worried that all that pressure on him in another league is gonna be very, very catastrophic. Um, Antony, my personal opinion. Looking at strikers and the way we play with our front three, I think Nkuku would fit and give us variety. That's if we get Antony. Well, I agree, but and Ralph Ragnick did push it, but they didn't listen to him. Thank you so much for the super chat, Michael. Really, really appreciate it. Big up RDS, Gerard Forge, Rangers Magical. Well, I don't want to say complete Gerard Forge because the foundation of this team was established by Gerard. So if Gerard hadn't um establish the foundation of this team first, then I think that yeah, I think people need to. I think you still need to give credit to Joe because of the foundation that he gave to this team, in my personal opinion. If you add Nkuku and Antony to our front three, uh, then if you want pace, you can play Rashford, Nkuku, and Alanga. Then against low box, Sancho, Martial, and Antony, or mix and match them there. Then that's fair. Um, that's I could see that. Although whether or not those guys players will be fit all the time remains to be seen. Because if we buy Antony, will definitely start. He will definitely start. And I guess Antony, it would be Antony, Martial, Sancho. Rashford would be benched. Unless Ten Hag insists on playing Rashford as a number 9 to keep him to team, which I would say I would be definitely against, because Rashford is not a number 9. He's really not. Finland next. Yes, I'd actually love to visit Finland. Actually, like I'd love to visit. I ideally wanted to visit like Russia, Finland, Scandinavian countries as well. So, but just haven't had the time really. So I do want to do more traveling. I do. When I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, just money as well. I'm literally only do these days. I only like have like one like out of the UK country holiday a year, which I'm hoping changes because I do want to travel more. But I often travel by myself. Vietnam it's really really good. It's really good. Has anyone seen Chainsaw yet? I mean, I have. He's DM me on Twitter, so we've had conversations. He should hopefully be on the um on the United forum tomorrow, where we will actually be reacting to the Champions League draw, amongst other things. So Chainsaw should be making a camera for that. We'll probably be talking about the Champions League a bit. Um, so yeah, make sure you stay. You come on that. So that'll be our special United Forum special Champions League reaction, which is going to be ironic. And people clown United because they're clearly not in the Champions League. So it is what it is. All I'll say is we have a treble, you don't. RDS, I don't care about the price. At this point, I only care about if we are getting a better player. And Antony will be our best winger. Same can be said about Gap. I mean, I see what you're saying, but I just think that we need to understand that like those positions aren't necessarily going to fix Manchester United, because I still think Manchester United, I'm looking as one, I'm like, yes, I know. I think people are still elated from the Liverpool win when we realize that actually United really we need to sign a right back, a functional right back like Malacia to compete. We need to offload players like Wan-Bissaka, like Phil Jones, etc. We need to sign another midfielder, because Casemiro gets injured, and then you're back playing where we've been. So you definitely need to sign another midfielder, and obviously you need to sign like another winger, and then possibly another attacker as well, as in number 9 if Ronaldo goes, and it's possible that Ronaldo is going to leave. So there's a lot that United still need to do. United, in my opinion, still need to make probably 4 signings: a midfielder, a right back, the winger, obviously, in case of Antony, and a number 9, because I have a suspicion that Ronaldo will leave. That for me is at least 4. If we can get 3 out of those 4, that'd be great. And you could maybe make do for us this season, but we need to at least 3 out of 4. Just just signing a left back, a centre back, was, I mean, and even a centre back here, you could make an argument. I know I love Martinez, I think he's good, but you can make an argument that if people had faith in Bay and Varane would work. But that's my opinion. Chainsaws on a sabbatical. I'm not sure where Chainsaw is actually, but he said he's busy. He said he's busy, 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 but he will be back for the United Forum. That's what I've been told. He'll be back for the United Forum, so we should hopefully see him have a cameo on there, and hopefully explain, because I don't know, I was expecting a hat trick and the hat trick didn't turn up. So that's my thing. Do you have a soft spot for any other team in Europe? Says Hazard. Um, yeah, I have like a soft spot for like, because I generally do, even though this is Red Devil Studio, I do watch other leagues, So, and when those teams or leagues like actually make me, happy and joyous, etc., then yeah, of course I will support them. So in the case of, say, for example, the Bundesliga, like I have a soft spot for Dortmund, you know, just because of how Klopp was with them, how they were able to threaten Bayern's dominance. That was my kind of thing. Italy, it will be Milan, just because of how good they were back in the day. I mean, they had some amazing players. Syria was the beast, and then you combine that with like the loads of people, the friendly guys at Moscow TV, and you know, I'm effectively a Milan supporter. La Liga, um, it will be Real Madrid, and not because I'm a glory hunter in that sense, but I just admire the spirit that Real Madrid have, where they can constantly be knocked down and come back. Hence why I'm on loan to Madrid right now. So those are kind of be my, I guess, my kind of four teams, if you ask it. Dortmund. If I'm watching the Bundesliga, I will support Dortmund. If I'm watching a Liga, it'll be Real Madrid, and then if I'm watching Syria, it'll be Milan. That's kind of that's the way that I see it anyway. Artists, I've seen reports of Cristiano maybe joining Marseille. Reports said Mendes is in Marseille, but Marseille, really? I can see they're in pot four. Yeah, I mean, really? I mean, is it that? I don't know, bro. I mean, is he that desperate to, like, I don't know. Is it the brand? Is he that desperate? Like, he wants to stop Messi from getting his Champions League record. Is that what's so precious? Really? Messi is in a major team. Like, I mean, come on. Like, you go to, like, this is the thing. It's like, if he goes to Marseille, like, I mean, looking at him, they're in pot four. So there's a very good chance that if he goes to Marseille, they will be knocked out of the group stages. Possibly. I mean, I don't know, because Marseille aren't awful. They did finish second in league, but it's just possible that they might, get knocked out. Potentially, of the Champions League group stages, or worse, they'll be in the Europa League, and it's like, wouldn't you rather be in the Europa League with a team that like will win? I don't know. Marseille is if it's Marseille, then really. Um, how much a risk is Trent actually to take the World Cup for England? Because looking at the defending options, I wouldn't trust a single one back there. Personally, I would play. It's difficult because to be fair, England do have good. They're all. I know people think about Trippier's defense issues, but like, how many good like world class right backs in the world are there in the first place? They're not that many. And to be fair, England, if you talk about quality in terms of performing at the highest level, Kieran Trippier was at Atletico Madrid, Carl Walker's at City, Trent is at sort of, so they're not perfect, but I'd rather have like access to three of those right backs than what some other countries do. So yeah, in that right back department, I still think England are pretty blessed. Shout to SMB Yo-Yo, what's up? I like Milan and Toulouse, says Sanjir. Jester, thank you so much for joining in, buddy. What's the next best big thing you are looking forward to? What's the next big thing you're looking forward to? I guess if it's football related, it's the World Cup. Without a shadow of doubt, the World Cup I'm looking forward to. If it's If it's outside of football, geez, that's a good question. Um, when my girlfriend visits me in January, yeah, that's what I would say. When my girlfriend visits me for Lunar New Year in the end of January, yes, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Absolutely. I don't see how CR7 fits into. Yeah, I don't see it either. I really don't. I really don't. I don't. I just think that like it's like he'll be in the same situation again because if Marseille, I mean, I don't know how Marseille will be in the league, but if they get knocked out of the group stage or Europa League, Marseille are probably not going to win the Europa League, and they potentially might get knocked out. So France, unlike England, France only have two automatic spots for the Champions League first, and they're not going to win the CL. So, I mean, are you telling me that in are you telling me that in 2022 there's going to be because Marseille and PSG are you so actually I'm now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like this is a PR. This is a league on PR because you're going to have a situation because Marseille and PSG, I guess, are kind of rivals because Marseille is the only French team to win the Champions League. You know, they've got titles, they run it with their face, and they're always heated. And if Cristiano plays for Marseille, then are you going to be trying to recreate the Messi Ronaldo rivalry in Ligue 1? Man alive. Jeez. I can actually see it happening now because I know that the League On really need people to watch League On. And so what better way to get people to generate interest in League On than get the last dance of Ronaldo versus Messi in the League On? What better way? What better way? Whereas and ironically enough, that will draw more attention away from La Liga already. So yeah, interesting. Ronaldo, Alexis BTEC, Alexis BTEC Luis Suarez, who's pretty good by the way. Not a bad front three to win Ligue 1. I think it's PSG's in the bag, man. It's PSG's in the bag. It's PSG in the bag. Jester again says, "What's your opinion on CR7 into next week? Is he leaving or terminating his contract?" I'll be reacting to that, so stay tuned for that. Definitely stay tuned to that. But in my personal opinion, I have a feeling he's leaving. When I saw the quotes from Bruno, it was like he's gonna make it clear. Blah blah blah. I'm like, it sounds like he's leaving. It sounds like he's leaving. Now I don't know whether that's him leaving by terminating his contract. I don't know if that's an option. You know, he terminates his contract. You know, pays it to the mentor, which he can. He's got loads of money, so he can terminate his contract and then go to Marseille or whatever, or whether the club already knows, whether Ten Hag already knows, and that's why because he's basically because at the end of the day, if the Liverpool game is him to go by, and if Antony's fit, he's going to be on. Ronaldo's going to be on the bench. Ronaldo doesn't do bench. Ronaldo doesn't do bench, Jester. Ronaldo doesn't do bench. And if that was an indication on top of Bruno's kind of comments, for me, I just get the impression that he's leaving the club. I think that he's probably leaving the club. That's my personal opinion, but there's the evidence is there, I would say, to support it that he's probably going to be leaving the club soon. Oh yeah, what's up? Ready for tomorrow, bro? Okay, see how draws. Well, I need to talk about it. Maybe things can challenge PSG for Ligue 1 with Payet, Alexis, and just Deluded if he thinks that they can challenge. Yeah. No, it's just Champions League. It's just Champions League. That's it. The only reason why I'm saying the deal might happen is because League On would because at the end of the day, wherever you say Ronaldo generates revenue, interest, advertisement. So League On would love to have someone like Ronaldo in them. You got Messi, you got Messi, Neymar, and Ronaldo all in League On. That's going to generate a lot of interest in the league in compared to the La Liga, for example, and definitely the Bundesliga. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, big up Christian as well, by the way, in the chat, man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yes, is your girlfriend Asian, or is Lunar New Year a thing outside Asia? Not informed on what Lunar New Year is. Yes, she is Asian. Yes, she is. She is. She's Vietnamese. And yeah, Lunar New Year. It's basically like saying Chinese New Year, but in Vietnam they say Lunar New Year because the impression of guys they don't like the Chinese very much. So Lunar New Year is kind of the what they say instead. So yeah, she'll be coming hopefully the end of January-ish time, which should be good. Finally, I'm Lord Akrunich. Finally, Manchester United doing good. Are you done with CR7? I mean, at this point, I don't really care, to be honest. The most important thing right now is just about results and kind of pushing forward with this team. And Ten Hag hopefully getting his players and getting across his philosophy, and then we improving. I don't really care about the situation of that, But we need. The thing is, what I would say is that it's not just about CR7. It's not just about CR7. It's about Shaw, it's about Maguire, it's about McTominay, it's about a lot of other players as well. Like it's not just about CR7. If CR7 goes and we don't sign anybody else, I don't think much is going to change in terms of fixing things at Manchester United. We need more signs, we need more depth. RDS, I think CR7 interview means he's 100% leaving, like a fair interview. Otherwise, why would he do an interview? Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, Bruno's comments, I agree. It makes sense to me because, and also 2 weeks, when he said it. So I think that was 2 weeks. That was the end of last week. So 2 weeks, like it's two and two together because he said at the end of last week. Was it Thursday? I think Thursday, Wednesday, and 2 weeks from Thursday is the 1st of September. So and 1st of September is literally when the Champions League actually finishes. Sorry, no, the transfer window finishes. That's the way I see it anyway. Now, who's a member of the chat, member of the channel, baby guys, if you want to support the channel, consider doing obviously a super chat or even becoming a member to get access to exclusive videos, the members hangouts, custom emojis, all the rest of it. So click the membership icon if you want to support. I'm hoping to push to 4K subscribers by the end of the year. And yeah, try and invest more into this channel. And you've noticed obviously the improved graphics and some of the thumbnails, some of the regular streams, some of the chats, some of the regular shows and stuff like that. I am literally a lone guy right now. I'm hoping to try and get more people on to do different shows, but right now it is literally just me. So yeah, your support be very much appreciated. And at least just give the video a like. Just give the video a like and comment on the video when it's done. It helps with the algorithm to recommend to more people as well. But yeah, big up Rangers indeed, man. Big up Rangers indeed. And I need to come back to this actually. The French vs Spanish football call was very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, but I would watch CR7 versus Messi in Ligue 1. Yeah, I would. This is the thing. That's what I'm saying. If CR7 goes to Marseille and you're seeing Marseille, and it's already a sort of a tough derby in the first place, I'd watch Marseille versus PSG. I would. I would watch Marseille, especially if there's a title challenge. Because I think let me look at, I mean, the league on table, it's only 3 games, but PSG obviously have 9 points already because they won all of them, and their goal difference is already like 14. It's insane. Then Lens is second with 7, and so the PSG only have the okay. Lyon still have to play another game, so they could go ahead. And Marseille have 7 points because they drew, I think, presumably against, was it Lens possibly? So they're only 2 points behind, but yeah, I guess we'll see. Maybe they can make a challenge that way. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jester. Thank you so much. What's your favorite thing on your channel? What's your favorite thing on the channel? As in, like, what's the favorite show? What's my favorite show? What's the favorite thing on my channel that I like? This actually, the favorite thing that I like the most. Although when I start earlier, not when I'm tired, is the weekly Q&A because it's very relaxed, chilled. I can just focus on just addressing any questions that people have around United football. the channel, outside of football, all the rest of it. So I'm just very relaxed when I do this. Whereas with the previews and match reaction and stuff like that, and getting people on, it's a lot more. Not I want to say hassle, but I mean a lot more to do in my personal opinion. So, but with the Q&As, it's like almost like a midweek reflection. It's like I like it because I like to have like a nice midweek break from all the happenings in football, and it kind of centers things. And like it's almost like it's been the in the last couple of weeks, it's probably been the most consistent thing on the channel in terms of Wednesday evening, usually between 9:30 to 10:30. Consistent. Unless I'm on like night shift, it's been the most consistent sort of thing. So my weekly Q&A is good, but what I like to do actually, and obviously just for those who don't know, I do have two second channels. Red Marvel, which is what I want to do, which is a lot more discussion about entertainment, video games, try and mix a bit of entertainment using politics in there. And also I got a shorts channel called Red Devil Studio Extra. So if you want to subscribe to those guys, links on the description, please head over. And I'm going to be trying to post more content on Red Marvel soon, but there's just not enough time in the day. There's really not. What's the best strategy to use to? But thank you for the super chat again, just to really appreciate it. What's the best strategy to use to beat Southampton? Playing out the back, possession football, long ball counter, and high press. I'd go possession. I would go possession against Southampton. I don't think we need to do long ball against Southampton. I think we could. I think we could out. I think we can potentially beat their press. I think they know that our midfield is a weakness, but I think that we're now in a situation where we're now going to potentially have Casimir and Fred in it. Now, it could still be a weakness with that, but with the tenacity that Casimir and Fred have, I don't think they'll be able to just easily bully our midfield. Fred and Casemiro bring that tenacity in it, so I think we could probably hold on to the ball a bit more. Mix and match it a bit, but I definitely think like the whole counter-attacking thing, and because I don't know how Southampton will come across it. Southampton don't usually play with a low block in the first place. So I don't see any reason as to why we should and when we play against Southampton, we don't tend to counterattack anyway. They're not the type of team that plays a low block. That's not I think it's Hassan Houten's style, to be honest. He's very much more a not a pressing German manager, but certainly not a defensive manager. So I think that if we at least hold to the ball and play our game, we should hopefully win, and we need to win because we play. I think if I recall, we play Southampton, then Leicester, I think, and then we play Arsenal. So I'd like us to at least, if we can, get 6 points from these games. We get onto 9 points, and then suddenly we face against Arsenal at Old Trafford with the team that we have, and hopefully, get something from them. Because if we can beat Arsenal, who obviously have started really well, then suddenly you're thinking, right, okay, we can. There's potentially hope for this season going forward. We're getting somewhere. At the very least, top four back to Champions League is a thing. Maybe even a trophy potentially. Who knows? Because United have now beaten Liverpool and Arsenal and all the teams, and we can potentially get stuff back on track. But we'll have to wait and see. This year passed. It did. Time does fly, and it flies a lot faster the older you get. Trust me. Maybe Cristiano's waiting for Champions League draw to know which team is best for him and qualify to. Ooh, jeez, that's a possibility, Power. That's a possibility, man. I didn't think about that. I didn't even think about that. I literally didn't even think about that. I really didn't. I really didn't think about that, but it's possible. In fact, let me just quickly have a look at these react to these pots actually. So, like, I know. Oh, by the way, Liverpool versus United. That Sancho goal was class. That Sancho goal was class. Just putting that out there. That Sancho goal was amazing. So Real Madrid. Okay, So these teams. So because I'm more interested about pot two. So if I'm looking at these in the in fact, actually, guys, actually, you know what's going to be fun because this is call this a Champions League. For those who are still watching, thank you so much for watching. You know what will be fun, right? I'll show you this. Just give me 2 seconds. And what I'll do is what we'll do for the last couple of is I can guys show you a Champions League draw group stage simulator. And I think this one has been updated. Let me have a look. Yes, it's been updated. Let's have a look. Hopefully everyone can see this. I will get to your comments. So if everyone can see this is like a Champions League draw like simulator basically, which is what I use from time to time. So if you want, please use it. It's quite good. So let me just quickly read your comments first before I go into it. Rangers versus one of the English big guns. You heard it here first. Well, let's see now. Let's see. Like I will be. This is my. If everyone could see this, this is my Champions League draw generator, and that's everyone's in the right pots. So maybe I might be able to predict the groups, but we'll see. From what I've heard and what I've seen and heard, Lyon might be PSG's biggest challenge in Ligue 1. That's yeah. Well, it's only been 3 games in, so we'll see because they tend to pull away in December. What's your plan for tomorrow on the weekend? After the win recently, you're going to get those rival fans back who look down on United. Well, the United form is tomorrow, so we'll be doing a reaction to the Champions League draw with hopefully like to Chainsaw, Michael, Patrick, Factos, etc. So those guys are definitely going to be on. Hopefully to do a Southampton preview on Friday night, potentially Saturday morning 2 hours from the game. I'm just getting some final things done with a guy from Matchday Vlogs, a Southampton fan. So those are the main 2 Manchester United. There'll obviously be a match reaction after the Southampton game. And then Sunday we'll probably do like a members hangout. So if you're a member of the channel, there'll be a members hangout on the Sunday. Those I think the key things for the week. Whilst I sort of study / work around that as well. See, I was going to smart. Have you seen House of Better Call Saul? No, but I hear they're fantastic. It's bad because right now I'm actually watching an anime called Kuroko's Basketball, and there's like 76 episodes of the movie. I'm just drawn into it. So like all of the stuff that I'm watching, it's just basically this anime. I think I'm midway through season 2 now, and I think there's 3 seasons, so but I'm enjoying it. Thank you so much for the super chat, King Stash. Really appreciate it. You think Casimir will start against Southampton? We'll see. And we'll see what Ten Hag's press conference is like. We'll see. But I think, I think that he will. But we'll see how much many training sessions he's had. I don't see why not, because the thing is that he's fit already. He's been playing for Real Madrid, so it's not like he's not fit. Like literally, he was playing last week and now he's back. So all he needs to do is be in a training session, and that's it. So and Southampton are not like amazing. So if you're going to put him into a game, I would say that a Southampton game would be a good game to put him in, because they're not a defensive block type of team. They're not. Yes, okay, they do press. No presses from the beginning. So, but I think we can handle it. EFAC, but thank you for the super chat again. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your super chats, your dubs, your membership contributions, everything, guys, to the channel, man. I do appreciate it. As a kind of a small YouTuber and doing it by yourself, man, like it really does sort of mean a lot. I genuinely believe it. Like the amount of support I've got this year in particular on regular stream has been great. So yeah, I appreciate it, guys. This is the thing about YouTube, man. A lot of it is just there are some people that go viral and big. Some people don't. But I think what I do know is that if you want to be successful at YouTube, it's consistency over and over again, and to the point where you can potentially make a living from it. So right now I'm not in that level, but I'd love to be. 100 million for the Brazilian Charlie Musunda. And relax, and relax, and relax, and relax. Just focus on getting, and what you need to do is just focus on stealing 80 million pounds for Fofana. Steal 80 million pounds for Chelsea for Fofana. That's what Leicester City need to focus on. Ripping off Chelsea FC 80 million for Fofana, and he turns out to be a flop. That's what I think that's what Leicester need to focus on. Right, guys. Okay, so it's the main event. And, we've got 18 people watching, so make sure you like the vid, like the vid if you're watching, guys. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my second channel. Well, second channels. My shorts channel where I post my instant match reactions and highlights, which is Red Devil Studio Extra. It should be in the chat. And also my second, more entertainment game-related channel called Red Marvel, which should also be in the chat. And I'll post a link in it as well, where I post anime reviews, game reviews, etc. So please head over, subscribe to those. I'd very, very much appreciate it. But let's go. Let's go. Let's look at this. Is our simulated Champions League draw. I wish I had the champions. That's the noise. I should probably play the Champions League theme when I'm doing it. If there was a Champions League theme, maybe I can upload it. I should have prepared for that. Anyway, right. Okay. So let's go. So we're picking the ball. So for pot one. So Group A. Okay, Man City. Okay. Group B, Milan. Okay. Group C, Ajax. Group D, Frankfurt. Group E, Paris, PSG. Group F, Real Madrid. Okay, so looking good. Okay, Group G, Porto. And Group H is Bayern Munich. Okay, so that's all of the pot one draws in the chat for those, obviously, who are watching. Thank you so much. Now, pot two. Let's go. Starting from the top again. Group H. Sorry, not Group H. Just bottom of pot two. So possible groups for Juventus. Okay, possible opponents for Juventus. So I always pick just the first one, just to have the consistency. So Juventus, Group C. Okay, Juventus, Group C. Okay, so next from pot two, we have Chelsea. Okay, so possible groups for Chelsea are Group B and Group D. So that's Frankfurt and Milan. And where are they going? Oh wait, no, they could go Group F as well. Sorry, they can't go those. So Chelsea, sorry, that's my bad. Chelsea, in this draw simulation anyway, have got Real Madrid. They've got Real Madrid. I make sure I should take a screenshot of this. What's this X-ray? No. Right. Liverpool next. Liverpool have been picked up. Which group are Liverpool going into? Okay, let's go. Group G. That's good. Porto, man. Porto. Fair enough. Spurs are now coming in. Spurs. For those asking where I can do this, I will post a link to it in the chat once I'm done. And then Milan's group. Okay, next. So Leipzig. Okay, and they can Group F. That's all they can go into. So Group E, sorry. So in Paris. So Leipzig are in PSG's group. Atletico Madrid. Where are they going? A, D, or H? Bayern's group. Interesting. Okay. Barcelona now. They can go in Group A or Group D. If they go in Group D, win for Barca. If they go in Group A, who knows? It's Group D. Wow, they missed out. And finally, Sevilla. Well, that's Group A. Okay, here we go. Next, pot three, guys. I mean, before I go, I'll take it into the break. Actually, into the break. Let me quickly see in the comments, guys. His chains are hiding. Hope he makes it to one for United form. I'm still waiting. I don't know where. I think he's having. I think he's got a busy personal life sort of stuff going on. UEFA should stop this Europa winner making pot one. Frankfurt is crap. Makes the Europa League more entertaining to watch, I guess. Where can you? Like I said, I'll post a link. Let's finish this draw then, shall we? So pot three now. Leverkusen, where they're going? Okay. So, in Chelsea's group, interesting. I think this is looking more like the group of death, in my personal opinion. Salzburg into PSG Leipzig. That's also a pretty tasty group, actually. That's also a pretty tasty group. Jeez. Dortmund. Where are they going? And they're going, geez. Actually, Dortmund, Juve, Ajax. Some of these groups, man. Some of these groups. Possible groups for Benfica. Okay, so his group, this is a wash. That would be a wash for City. City, Sevilla, Benfica, man. Yeah. Possible groups for Napoli. Bayern, Atletico, Napoli, man. Some of these groups, thinking, Ajax, Juve, Dortmund, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Leverkusen, Park. I should be doing the draw. For me, these are good groups. Let's go. Shakhtar, where are they going? Shakhtar so Milan, Spurs, Shakhtar. Sporting, where are they going? So in Group D, so Frankfurt, Barcelona, Sporting. This would be a gift for Barca if they got this. Potentially, this would be a gift if they got this. Potentially, but we know that they got spanked by Frankfurt last season, so I'm not entirely sure yet. But we'll see if they can finally register their players. Then we'll see, because Xavi has said that that they need to sell players to register Koundé, and presumably, but it's weird because he wants to keep Aubameyang, even though Chelsea wants him, and Chelsea is agreed terms. But Frankie de Jong, he doesn't care much for. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Right. Inter going in Liverpool's group. So Inter, Liverpool. That's a decent group for. So finally, as we're almost done. Finally, pot four, and then our Champions League draw will be complete. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this. But I always do like to. I always like to use this draw. So let's go. So Maccabi Haifa, obviously Israeli team that qualified just recently. So they going into that's a difficult for them. Bayern, Atletico, Napoli, Maccabi Haifa. Jeez. Celtic. Okay, Scottish champions. Where are Celtic going? And Celtic are going in Ajax, Juve, Dortmund. That is an interesting group because I don't trust this Juve team, quite frankly. I think this group is probably the closest matched group. Ajax, Juve, Dortmund, Celtic, man. That's interesting. Club Brugge. Where do Club Brugge go? In Group E, PS, Paris, Leipzig, Salzburg, Club Brugge. FC Copenhagen. Where are they going? And they go in Group D. So Frankfurt, Barca, Sporting, FC Copenhagen. But if Barca get this group, they should lubricate this group, man. They really, really, really should. They really, really should. They need to qualify. Dynamo Zagreb, where are they going? They're going in Group F. So Real Madrid, Chelsea, Leverkusen, Dynamo Zagreb. You'd expect Real Madrid and Chelsea to get through, but Leverkusen could be a threat. You never know. Rangers. Where are Rangers going? Let's see. Where are Rangers going? I think they can only go in Group G. From my can say can't. Or they could go in Group A, could they? But no, they're going to Group G. So Porto, Liverpool, Inter, Rangers. Again, interesting group because you'd expect Liverpool to dominate, but Liverpool's midfield isn't good. They're not scoring goals. I think this group, some of these groups, I think are going to be a lot more close than people think. Like this group. especially this group. There's a lot of close groups in here, I think. Very close groups. Marseille, where Marseille going? Marseille going against City. So City, Sevilla, and Benfica, Marseille again. And then lastly, I think this is like Victoria Plzen, I think, Czech group, and they're going. So Milan, Tottenham, Shakhtar. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. And just say, and I'll probably tweet this out. Oh, okay, just download that there. Yep, I can tweet it for those who, or maybe just tweet it after the game. Okay, but yeah, for those who want the link, I'll put the link in the chat for those who just want some friendly and to entertain themselves. That's the link in the chat for the draw. It's quite fun actually. So yeah, I do it from time to time. These groups look corrupt. Chainsaw, but the Champions League is corrupt. It's probably closed. Chainsaw better be on the form. A lot of people say I'm asking for Chainsaw, man. A lot of people asking for Chainsaw. I need to just make sure that he's reading my messages. So a lot of people are asking for him. Man City played Barcelona Friday today. I know they did. It was weird. What was the score? Someone let me know. Factos is going to cook him. Probably actually. City always getting lucky draws, even simulated. In fact, let me tweet this out. 1 second, guys. Let me tweet this out. Sorry about this, guys. I need to get a new, I think my computer start, or at least a computer that can that doesn't overheat as much. Sorry, guys. Just so. There we go. I'll tweet that. So that's cool. That's done. Finally. CR7 would join Sporting if that was the group. Possibly. Like based on this, like would CR7 join? Yeah, Sporting. I think Sporting. Yeah, I agree. In terms of the clubs that CR7 could join, Sporting, because he could probably get out the group. I think, to be fair, if he joined Marseille, they've got a chance against this group. Sevilla Sevilla and Benfica might be tough, but where else could he join? Dortmund can't afford him, so he's not going to go there. I guess maybe Napoli, possibly. Yes, I've seen Barcelona play Manchester City in that charity match. They raised money for ALS. Great to see funds. Oh yeah, that's good. I always like when you actually sort of see football being used in a more positive and more more beneficial way. Let's put it that way. A much more beneficial way than how it currently is. Who was at fault for the goal we conceded versus Liverpool? I don't think anyone really. I don't think anyone really King Stash. It was just a freak. De Gea saved it, but it was just quick. It was just quick reflexes from Salah. I don't think you can blame anyone, to be honest. Do you think Marshall will start this game against Southampton? Yes. I think if we see Ronaldo on the bench again, it's further evidence that he's leaving. And at the end of the day, you're giving an interview, you're leaving away. It's like, nah. Specifically around transfer, nah. He's like it's interesting how quiet transfers are around Ronaldo right now, which almost implies that it's like it's almost being done in secret because Romano, all them, Menace, he's been reporting about Menace trying to find things for a while now, and yet it's gone quiet, and quiet is interesting. Ardias, take a note of your draw to compare the actual draw. Yep, I've saved it. I've saved it. So I'm going to compare it to the actual draw and see how correct I am. So I will, and I think you guys too. When is the draw? And thank you for the link. I think the draw is it's for me it's I think it's 5 p.m. 5 p.m. BST, but you know they tend to start late, so it probably will be like from like 1:45. I'm probably going to be on Rossoneri TV actually, looking at the draw. I'll probably be doing a draw for the Europa League tomorrow, so that's not ideal. But for the Champions League draw, I'll probably be on Rossoneri TV if I'm gonna be doing it. What did you think of Aaron Wan-Bissaka's cameo in the match? I mean, it was okay. But Dalla was probably better, in my personal opinion. Although defensively, I'm still not sure about Dalla, especially if it comes up against better, wingers. I hate not being new. So yeah, I know. Blame the players. Blame the players. Chelsea could sign, so if everyone doesn't sign, Chelsea are desperate right now. I mean, I don't know why they haven't signed him already, to be honest. I keep on asking. I'm saying I just think that it makes the most sense for all parties involved. But I guess the question is, would Man United sell to rival? I guess that's the thing. That is the thing. Right, guys, I have got to bounce. I am tired. But remember, guys, if you're new to the channel, thanks everyone who was tuned in for the QA. It's always great. Always love it. Love this community. Really, really appreciate it, guys. If you are new to the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter, United X. Smash the notification related to United news. I'll be on Rossoneri TV for the watch long, but stay tuned. The United Forum is on tomorrow. Hopefully, some people will make an appearance. We'll be reacting to the Champions League draw. Rival bounce, amongst other things. So stay tuned. It's going to be good. Have a nice day, everyone, and cheers.